Want to improve at the Pokemon TCG fast? Whether you're new to the game or if you've been playing for a while but feel stuck, these 5 habits will help you level up your game quickly. Habit 1. Playing a proven deck list. First up, the game starts with 60 cards you bring to the table. Starting out, it's smart to use a proven deck list. Once your skills are solid, you'll be in a great place to branch out with more deck lists, but until then, let's focus on what works. The best place to find these deck lists is limitlesstcg.com. Here you'll see the top decks being played right now. For this video, we're going to focus on Dragapult, but you can choose any of these top decks. Once you click on a deck, scroll down to see latest results. You'll see recent tournament placements. Check out a few until you find a deck that makes you feel comfortable. I'm going to highlight a list played by Andrew Hedrick, who placed second at Atlanta Regional with nearly 2,700 players. If we scroll down, you'll see the exact list had success across multiple events. Hedrick is also one of the top players competing right now, so it's a very reliable list to start learning from. Another solid option is the second place list from the special event in Seville, played by Pedro Vicencio. It's a bit more straightforward, running more 4-ofs, which creates more consistent play patterns. It also skips the Dusknoir line, which can be a little tricky to navigate when you're just starting out. Now that we have a solid list, let's move on to habit number 2, playing against stronger opponents. Don't just play against people at your level, look for players who are better than you. Facing stronger opponents exposes gaps in your strategy, sharpens your gameplay, and helps you see matchups in new ways. After close games, ask for feedback when you can. It's one of the fastest ways to improve. If you can't play in person, get on Pokemon TCG Live and grind the ladder. As your rating climbs, you'll naturally start facing tougher competition. Now that you have a strong deck and are playing against strong competition, let's take a look at number 3, learning from our own mistakes. After each match, ask yourself, did a misplay cost me the game? Was there a stronger line I missed? Did I manage my resources like my bench space and supporters correctly? A lot of games are lost to simple errors. Did you attach energy to the wrong Pokemon and now you don't have access to that energy? Overbenching so your opponent hits an easy KO? Or using your last bench spot when you'll need it later? If you see your opponent lining up a big turn, use the right supporter like Iono or Judge to interrupt them rather than playing a draw supporter. Not every game is winnable, but by focusing on these mistakes and fixing them, you'll start to win more games right away. Now for habit number 4, open-handed practice. When you practice, try open-handed games with a testing partner. Both of you reveal your hands and talk through each line of play. Discuss the best options you see to catch misplays, missed opportunities, and incorrect sequencing in real time. Just remember, in tournaments you won't know what your opponent has in their hand, so use this method to sharpen your instincts without becoming dependent on the extra information. And finally, habit number 5, everyone's least favorite thing to do, prize checking. We've talked about bringing a solid 60 cards to the table, but every game starts with 6 of those cards randomly being placed face down. We need to figure out those cards quickly so we know what lines of play we have access to. I'll show you a method to help you with this. On your first search of the game, usually with something like a nest ball, we need to take extra time to check the deck. I like to pull all Pokemon to the front of the deck and move all energy to the back. This allows us to quickly count the Pokemon and energy to figure out how many are missing. Then they are easier to identify. With the trainer cards, you'll want to focus on the more important cards like one-of text for a certain matchup. As you figured out what you've prized, you can write it down in a notepad to be able to reference throughout the game and mark off as you take your prizes. This allows you to quickly figure out around 4 of your prize cards. Then in subsequent turns, you can figure out the last couple of prizes. With this knowledge of the deck, you'll be able to better navigate your deck throughout the game. Good habits win more games. If this helped, like and subscribe to Deep Rooted TCG and comment which habit you're focusing on. See you later.